Hello guys, how are you doing? This is Tanya from SarvaYoga and I help you navigate your life. Today we're gonna start as usual with some Palo Santo wood, which I already prepared. Now let's see. We do this just to cleanse the air. Cleansing the air, and I bless my cards, and I'm bathing in the divine white light of protection, and I'm asking my higher self to help me guide my beautiful people out there towards their highest possible spiritual path. So let me just look at the live stream on my YouTube page so that I can see your beautiful comments here. I'm just trying to find that. Where can I see my live stream? Not easy to find it here. Where do I find my current live stream? Because I want to see your comments, and here on the on my mobile phone I cannot see them, so I would like to see them on my computer screen. But I have to find a way to get inside the live stream on my computer screen. There we go. Now I got it. Okay, now I have to wait until the commercial is over. And there we go. Now I see your comments. So we're gonna start with Aries. So that's why I'll put the Aries card right here so that you know what we're talking about here. And we're gonna take today the Chakra Oracle. This is this one. And so let's see what's in store for Aries. What's in store for Aries, please? We would like to get some answers. First of all, for love, please. What's going on for Aries concerning love? Can we get a card for... Yes, we got one. Renewal. Wow, Aries. That looks nice. I love the picture. This is so full of happiness and joy. Now let's see in the booklet what it says about the card renewal. I'll put the card up here so you can see it. That's the card. I'm gonna see what it says here. By the way, if you have any questions, you can put them into the comment section and in the chat, and I'm gonna answer your questions. Where do we find renewal? There we go, it's the very first card. So about renewal, it says the legend. Geranium leaves shrivel and are stolen by the wind. She is pried from her pot and is deeply saddened when she is thrown away. But when she awakens, she is blooming once again. Now she lives in a large park, a former landfill site, surrounded by lush greenery, and her roots reach deeper than ever before, opening her to the possibilities of her new life. Ooh, Aries! What new life are you planning here? The inspiration is: what appears to be an end may not be one after all. This may turn into a remarkable opportunity. Trust that whatever is coming is better than what you have known up to this point. The personal inquiry is: am I positive in the face of change or defeated? Am I ready to step into the new me? Wow, these are deep questions, Aries. The key ideas are: sourcing from a more beneficial place, feeling in the dark, change in circumstances, and unexpected blessings. The keywords are regeneration, awakening, and fortune. So Aries, with this card here, renewal, we obviously have a time here for you which is about change and growth. And sometimes change can also mean that there is challenge. So the challenge is not here to punish you or something. It's not like bad karma or something like this. It's more here to help you grow. And your awakened version, the version of you which is renewed, is much better than before. So you will have typically some new ideas that are coming to mind, creative ideas, especially because here we've got the color red, color of fire, and also it's the color of your base chakra. So probably this phase in your life is also about, how do I get my basic needs, like how do I get food, water, the money that I need for housing. So maybe some of your thoughts are around these questions at the moment, and you're in a phase where you renew yourself. And when something ends, sometimes we tend to think, oh my god, this is the last time I will ever have something so beautiful. We tend to think this is the end and it's never going to be nice again. But this is just a trick of the mind. So there is no need to be afraid of losing anything, because what you are losing at the moment is just not belonging to your path anymore. It is not serving your purpose anymore. So the castle that is falling was built on sand, and the new castle which you're going to build is going to be built on solid ground. So that is a very, very good thing to have, Aries. There is nothing to worry about, especially not with such a beautiful card. So now let's see. We will see if we get a card for Taurus. There we go. Taurus. Again, we're going to take the Chakra Oracle deck. Can we please have a card for Taurus? What's going on for Taurus, please? Okay. We have release. So this is your card. I'm going to put it right here. And we're going to see what the card release has to say to you. There we go. Release. The legend is, Nikita cuts through the graveyard as she rushes home in the wind and rain. She's terrified when shadow gray storm appears and speaks in her own voice, repeating painful things she has said to herself and others. Like, it's all your fault, I'll never forgive any of you. As she listens in the rain to her own words, she learns it is she who has been making herself miserable. She leaves the graveyard with a changed heart, ready to forgive herself and others. The inspiration is, this is about personal responsibility and release of blame. It is time to clear the debris and move on. You cannot move forward while you still continue to hide. Your personal inquiry is, this indicates healing family of origin issues. Am I ready to face my past and let it go? The key ideas are release, dwelling on the past, righteous anger, change in consciousness, Judgment Day, seeing clearly, hidden truth, and great discovery. The keywords are healing, remission, and integration. So with this card here, Taurus, you're probably handling a loss. And this loss was something that has hurt you to the core. It has hurt your heart chakra. And so you thought it was unfair. You felt it was unfair. You didn't know why this was happening to you. You were asking fate why it sent you such a thing. And you are basically arguing with karma. But the thing is, just as with Aries, we sometimes dwell on past things which we cannot change anymore, and it will not bring us anything for our future if we keep on thinking about the past, right? So why don't we actually focus on building the new rather than changing the old, which we cannot change anymore? The best thing we can do if somebody has disappointed us is that we forgive that person. We don't have to necessarily have contact with that person anymore, not at all. We can just love them from afar, right? But the important thing is that when we forgive, we don't do it for the other person, we do it for ourselves. So that in our own mind, there is not this constant tormenting of thinking about the past, of thinking about how hurtful it was, or how oftentimes we blame ourselves. Like questions come up like, why didn't I see the red flags? Why didn't I see what they were doing to me? Why did I trust this person? Couldn't I have made a better decision? And couldn't I have had better judgment concerning this person? And in reality, we couldn't have, because the things and persons that are brought into our lives are here for us to be taught. And we cannot understand the lesson if the teaching is not coming along. And these persons that have hurt you were teachers. They were teaching you patience, forgiveness, self-love even. Because if we are blaming ourselves for what happened or what other people did to us, then we're not yet fully in self-love, right? So we can start thinking and start contemplating about how can we forgive. And my personal best way was to, before I go to sleep, I name at least 5 things each day which I'm thankful for, even if it's just something small. You know, I've seen a butterfly, so I'm thankful. So things like that. So that was for me shifting my focus from the things that happened and which were hurtful, more rather towards the things which are good in my life. And also I wanted to shift my focus towards the things which I want to plan for the future. So a good question to ask yourself in this situation is, what can I do today that my future self will be thankful for? And this is exactly how I work with this YouTube channel. I post a video every day, not just for fun, but because I think, first of all, I can help other people. And secondly, my future self in 10 years might be really thankful that I did that. So what can you do today to get out of this misery here and get into building your future? What do you love? What do you do best? What's your talent? And don't tell me you have one, because everybody has a talent, right? So now let's go to the next sign. The next zodiac sign is Gemini. So let's see, Gemini. What do we get from the Chakra Oracle for Gemini? Let's see. What do we get for Gemini, please? What do we get for Gemini? Ooh, one card standing out. Any information inside this deck for Gemini? Thank you. We've got guilt. So, put the card right here. Let's see what it says in the booklet. Card is orange. There is guilt. So it says, Apricot truly is a saint. She sets aside her own needs and happiness to help others, even allowing freeloading friends to get involved in her own business. One day her latest business partner announces that she wants to dissolve their company and split the profits. Apricot stands up to her. The company is hers and she did all the work, while the so-called partner did nothing. Now she will only give from her excess, not from her reserve. Inspiration. Do not do for others what they need to do for themselves. Speak truth from the heart. Honesty is freedom. Any guilt is fear of being disliked. Personal inquiry. Am I giving away too much time and energy and resenting it? Is my anger really guilt? Key ideas. Self-care, burdened by obligations, enabling others, finding personal power. Keywords. Awareness, awakening, and release. Wow. So Gemini, some of you might have a problem with establishing boundaries. I know how hard that is. I'm also such a person who is always, when I'm asked something, saying yes at first, and then I find out, oh my God, what did I just say yes to? This is absolutely not what I want or need or what I can do. And then I quit. So people get angry because first you say yes and then you say no and then they don't know why. Well, that comes for some of us, for most of us, it comes from our childhood because we've been learning to be people pleasers. And when we're grown-ups, we have big problems with establishing boundaries, right? So how do we do that? Well, first of all, we can try to train ourselves whenever somebody asks us to count to 10 in our heads before we even answer. Sometimes it's good to find an excuse, like, for example, can I please sleep over it for one night and then tomorrow I'll tell you my answer. This is a good way to sneak out of any situation where somebody tries to push you into a corner and claims an answer from you right now. So we don't owe anyone an answer right now. We can always say, excuse me, I need some time to think about that. Give me a few days and I'll give you an answer. Yeah. And in doubt, always say no. When you're doubting something, it's your inner voice telling you, wait a sec, there's something wrong. We can't trust this person. Yeah. So fill up your own cup before you give to others. That's important. You can't be the one who always gives and gives and gives and never takes. You need to fill up your own cup. So think about how you do that. What is your best way to do that? Is it going for a walk in nature, being alone for some time, having a good night's sleep, having a weekend off? What is it that makes you happy again, that gives you the time to fill up your own cup so that you can help others again? Yeah. So always think your own cup first. You have to be successful, happy in everything first before you can give to others. Okay. So of course we can always give, but we have to set boundaries if somebody just wants too much. So we have to tell people, listen, this is not an appropriate way to talk to me. You need to find another way. Yeah. I know the people, if you tell them that, they don't do this. So probably you have to tell them again and again, and maybe even show them by actions. If they don't react to words, you can show them by actions. You can just ignore what they say. Because if they keep on talking, this is the typical narcissistic behavior, right? They ask you something, you say no. They ask again, you say no. They ask again. That's narcissistic behavior. Nobody who's normal would not accept the no of another person because you're stepping over their boundary. Yeah. So try to be as bold as possible. Express yourself politely, friendly, calm, but say no if it's necessary. Otherwise, you're gonna be burning the candle at both ends, and you're gonna burn out, and we don't want that, because then nobody profits from your help anymore, right? So much to Gemini. Let's see if we can get a card for Cancer. So here is Cancer. Now let's see. Can we get a card, please, for Cancer? Oh yeah, we've got one. Expansion. Look at this. Wow. Cancer. That's beautiful. Stars, wind, wings. Wow. Amazing card. So let's see what it says for expansion. The legend is, Sky God was seeking wise counsel to choose the color of the sky. He wanted the beings of earth to feel serene when they looked at his work. Other great spirits remind him to trust his intuition. He will know the right color when he sees it. Sky God trusts and sees the color clearly. Thus the sky becomes sky blue. Inspiration. Seeking good advice is vital when you are pushing into new territory. Stay away from anyone who is critical of your dreams. This indicates possibly changing your friends. Personal inquiry. How can I create powerful alliances? Are new people entering my life? The key ideas are wise counsel, fruitful collaboration, spiritual support, state of uncertainty, and being guided. The key words are counseling, connections, and progress. So expansion is a card which is telling you that you are expanding your circle of friends. And this also means that you might say goodbye to some of your friends. These are friends which don't serve your purpose anymore because they cannot support you on the way on which you are going. Oftentimes we have friends for some years and then we drift apart because we are developing into different directions. If this happens, we shall not go apart in an unfriendly way, but we shall say goodbye to the other person, let them loose, set them free, because it's their life to live and their path to live. I once used to have a very best friend and she got married, so our paths were splitting, not only because she got married, also because I moved to the other side of the country, but I was never resenting her. So definitely I'm happy to have had this friendship, and you should feel the same about the people that leave your life right now. And please leave those people behind who do not believe in you, who doubt you, who tell you things like, I don't believe in you, I don't think you can do that, that's surely going to be too hard for you. All of these sentences are not supportive. Yeah, you need somebody who supports you fully, somebody who is, you know, getting into the idea and then thinking about different paths, how they could help you reach that goal. Yeah, that's somebody who supports you. The only case, of course, when they shouldn't support you is when your endeavor is not for the good of others, let's say it like that. But I assume, Cancer, that your endeavor is something for the good of everyone and that you want to reach it by means of morality. So in this case, your friends should really, really support you. And you should think about, how do I expand my network? How can I do networking in the field where I want to go? So if you're building your future now, you should think about, for example, let's say you want to learn something new or take a new job. You go into studies or some kind of school. Think about, is there a club in my town or in my state where all of these people who work in that field come together? Is there some kind of networking club which I can join, for example? Or you could join any group which is spiritual or religious. It's up to you, up to which way you want to go in life, right? But this is about expanding your circle of people. And by expanding your circle of people, by getting to know new people and hearing what they have in mind and what they are doing with their life, you can also get fresh insights and ideas for your own life. So it's like candles which are kindling each other. So you know what I mean. It's really nice and it's a good feeling. So you should definitely see if you can make some new friends, even if it's online. You know, there are platforms like Meetup and other platforms where you can find people who are like-minded. Yeah, and the people who are not like-minded, we do not resent them, we just let them go, right? So that is what I would advise you here to do. Let's see what card we get for right, Leo. Now we're with Leo. Exactly. So okay. Leo, what do we get for Leo, please? Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh my God, workaholic. Look at this. Oh my God. So definitely some creative artwork here. So let's read what it says about workaholic. There we go. The legend. Brad Blueberry paints and paints and paints. He has no time for anything other than perfecting his art. An elder Blueberry reminds Brad that one day he will be old and shriveled too, so he'd better live life to the fullest. Brad takes the advice and discovers that having fun enriches and sharpens his art. He finds out that life is what makes work valuable. The inspiration is, are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? Busy work may be helping you hide from the real issues. Personal inquiry. Am I working too much and suffering from burnout? Is there something important that I'm avoiding doing? The key ideas are feelings of inadequacy, transformation indicated, not being fulfilled by work, heeding warnings, refreshing your mind to improve your work. And the keywords are talent, fun, and friends. So, Leos, we need some fun. We need to go into play mode. We need to get out of work mode and go into play mode. With this card, we need to, you know, when you see a swing, sit on it like you were 5 years old again, or dance like nobody's watching, or I don't know, put your hands in paint and paint the walls with your hands, something like this. If you see a tree and there is wind blowing the leaves and flower leaves of the tree, then try to catch them. Something like this, you know, easy but playful. That's the spirit we need to get in, because workaholic spirit is too much on the serious part of life, you know, the serious part. Work, how do I get the money for my living space? How do I pay the roof over my head? How do I pay the rent? How do I pay the food? How do I pay for the medical bills? This is too much the serious part. Yes, it is a part of life, and yes, we have to take care of it, but also we have to take care of our inner child. We cannot let the inner child starve. Yeah. So even if we play with humble means, we need to play some kind of play. If you have friends or neighbors, play a round of Yazoo with them, you know, like poker with a dice, or let's say you play a round of, how is that game called where you have to cross the numbers? What's that called? The name where you have a plate and somebody calls out the numbers and you have to cross them. What is it? Bingo! Exactly, that's the name. I always have to think of the words. So here with this card, you need to get out of the stress mode. So sometimes we can use the work for running away from something else which we didn't want to see. For example, let's say you've been having an idea in your mind for a very good book. Yeah, you wanted to write a story, but you're putting all of your time into working because you're running away from starting your work for the book. Why? Because you're afraid of writing that book, because you think, what if I spend 2 years writing it and nobody reads it? Yeah, that's why you run away and put your head fully into work instead of writing your book. So what is it that is there, that idea that you always wanted to do and you didn't? You ran away from it and were hiding behind work. Maybe it's a relationship for you. Maybe it's, you know, you should talk to your wife or husband about something important, but you're running away and you're hiding in work, you know? So what is it? Gather your courage and do it, yeah? So now we've got the Leos. Let's go to Virgo. Let's go to Virgo. Let's see. What do we get for Virgo? Yeah, ooh, we've got a lot of cards, but I'm taking the first one that fell to the table, which is Discovery. Ooh, wow. I see the heart chakra here. What are you about to discover? Let's see. There we go, Discovery. The legend, life is easy for young Pink. He takes his gifts for granted until one day he loses Petunia, the love of his life, forcing him on an inner journey. He works hard on himself, hoping for another chance that doesn't come. In desperation, he consults Sky God and learns that Petunia is incapable of receiving love. Pink recognizes that Petunia's role in his life has been to expand his capacity to love. The inspiration is, are you trying to recapture a past that no longer fits? If you are presently upset or struggling with a difficult situation, you may be seeking to keep something that is far less than what you deserve. The personal inquiry is, am I happy in this situation? How is it benefiting me? The healing of predetermined agreements must be addressed. Awareness is healing. The key ideas are leaving the past behind, a readiness for a new adventure, a willingness to venture into uncharted territory, a new level of self-care. The keywords are uplift, journey, and commitment. So, with this card, definitely it's about leaving something behind you that has become stale. It has become dry, shriveled like an old berry. What is that in your life? Is that a relationship? Is that a job? Is that a friendship? What has become stale? What doesn't have the former shine it used to have? And if it's something that where you think, actually I cannot continue with this, it cannot continue like this, yeah, if you feel that in your heart, then you should find a way to respectfully tell all the people involved that you are not able anymore to do this, that you have to find a way to get out of this. There is no need to be resentful or to say bad words to someone. We can say goodbye in a civilized manner, but we have to say goodbye to certain friends or relationships or jobs or commitments which are no longer fitting. Let's say you've been in some kind of church for 20 years and now you feel deeply drawn to something else. Let's say you've had some kind of enlightenment and now you feel drawn to something entirely else, maybe to Buddha. I don't know. Whatever it is for you, you need to find a way to release yourself from things which no longer serve you. Well, sure, sometimes we have this inner question, is that a mistake? Will I regret it if I let go? But then, on the other hand, we can't really know if we will regret it if we don't do it. Yeah? So sure, it could be that you let this go now and later you regret it. But on the other hand, what if not? What if that, when you look back, this was exactly the right decision, and when you let go of one thing, you found something much better? What if that happens? So we can never know before. We can only make a decision from everything we know up to this point. And not making a decision just because we do not know if we will regret it later is hiding and running away and putting our head into the sand. So I would advise you to get clear for yourself, what is it that no longer serves me in my life? What can I let go of? And how can I make steps towards something new? What do I have to do? Yeah. Be honest to yourself, be honest to others, and everything will be fine. So it's time to go to the next sign. Now we've got Libra. Let's see. There we go. So what do we get for Libra? Beautiful. Oops, we got Vanity. There you go. So, Vanity, blue card. The Legend. Crystal, Peter and Mike are at a party in Mike's posh home, toasting success in their business. A mysterious old man appears and asks them whether they prefer gluttony or generosity. Puzzled, none of them answers. He reminds them that more does not mean better, and they laugh. Suddenly, they are alone, far from the party, in rising water. "We're getting more," cries Peter. Rain falls and the water rises faster. "Play," shouts Crystal. "We must do well with what we have." As they begin to have fun in the water, the rain stops. We all say we will stop when we have enough, but there's never enough. You may be looking outside yourself for validation. Your personal inquiry is, am I feeling disconnected from any people in my life? Am I growing away from limiting relationships? The key ideas are environmental tension, living in illusion, self-doubt, power to change, lesser companions, empty conversations. The keywords are faith, awareness, and transformation. So, what really jumps to me from this text is empty conversations. This is a little bit like the energy we had before. It's when something is becoming stale, we know that we're on the wrong path. When we have conversations which seem dull to us, then we know that we're maybe not surrounded by the right people. It's sometimes very hard to discern between who is the right connection for me and who is the wrong one. But in the end, we need people around us who share our views in life. Yeah, especially in times like now, when there is like only one route of opinion allowed and everything else is censored. Then we need to have people around us who have our own opinion or share our opinion and who are with us in our endeavor here on earth. So try to find balance between not wanting more when you actually have enough, but always coming from a place not like I just want more to have more, but from a place, if I get more, who will it serve? Who can I serve if I have more? Yeah. Because if you have more money than your neighbor, then you could, for example, invite your neighbor for dinner one day. You know what I mean? So always think of who can I help if I have some, not only money, but some more of a talent. For example, my talent was always to speak, to present something, and different languages. So what I thought is, how can I help a lot of people? Well, I could go on YouTube, make a channel. So that way I can use my talent and help others. And I'm sure you have this talent too. Not exactly maybe mine, but any other talent. Maybe you're very good at building motorcycles, or maybe you're very good at painting, or I don't know what it is, but you can definitely help people with that. So think about the balance in your life of getting more, but how can you use it? Because in this example, in this story, they were having a lot of water and the water was rising and everybody seemed a little bit afraid. But then they found out, hey, actually we can swim and we can play with that water, and maybe with that water we can even help somebody extinguish flames or something like this. You know, they came to ideas what they can actually do with what they have. So don't just collect just to have a lot of collection behind you, but to really do something with it. So if you, let's say you're very rich and you have $1 million. Can you open a shelter for dogs and cats? What can you do with that money? Think about it. And it's the same for every one of us. Even if we don't have much money, we all have a certain talent, right, with which we can help people. So here is, it's needed to find a balance between work and play, and also between where do I get more and what do I do with this more. Yeah, so ask yourself. That was a tough one. Libra. You're very deep. So let's go to Scorpio. If you can see that. Why is it not listed actually? Should be public. Oh my God. So let me see. Oh, 1 second. I have to wait until the commercial is over to load the chat again. Okay. So Scorpio. What do we get for Scorpio? Oh, there we go. We have prayer. Scorpio, how nice. Are you praying a lot? Let me see. Prayer. The legend. An old man sits on his porch with his grandson, sipping lemonade and reminiscing. He'd wanted to be a traveling preacher. He'd been all set to leave home, but his father reminded him to pray for guidance. That very night, his father died, and the man realized that Spirit was telling him to stay. Now his grandson appreciates the lemonade, and the old man smiles. He never regretted staying on the farm. Inspiration. Cool lemonade is a reminder that there is always a plan. If you were sidetracked from your path, then you will be guided back to your true calling. Personal inquiry. If my most powerful thoughts are from a prayer, how can I live in active prayer? Key ideas: all prayers are answered, following where life leads, being of service and fulfillment. The keywords are clarity, destiny, and authenticity. Okay, so for those of you who pray a lot, this is probably a card which is about your life right now. This is about finding your destiny in life, and maybe sometimes take a U-turn or take a curve, an unexpected curve, which leads you to another path. So sometimes we need to trust the universe and the signs that it gives us. Signs from the universe can come in so many ways, in so many subtle ways. Like you hear a song on the radio that reminds you of someone. It's a certain smell in the air. For example, you come to a place where you've never been and suddenly you have that smell in the air of that apple pie your grandma always cooked. You know what I mean? It's like you get hints from the universe, because when you pray, the universe tries to answer you, but it can only answer you in a very subtle way. Or for example, that you go into nature and you sit down on a bench and you look at this beautiful scenery, and then a bird flies above you, but you don't see the bird, you see the shadow of the bird on the ground. This is also a sign of the universe, you know. And then you think, wait a second, what did I just think when I saw that bird? And then you make a connection between the two things. So the universe is speaking to you in subtle ways. Recently, a tree was letting go of a leaf, and the leaf landed right on me, and I looked at the leaf and it had a little smiley face on it. You know, a natural smiley face. So this is the way the universe is communicating with us. So if you pray, listen to the subtle signs of the universe. And if you try to find your perfect path, be assured, rest assured that you have guidance with you. We are never alone in this world. Yeah, it feels very alone sometimes, but we never are alone. There is always guidance. The guidance of our ancestors, for example, even of some of the animals you used to have, which are not in this world anymore. They are also coming here for guiding you. So we are never alone. And if you find a few things before you go to sleep for which you are thankful for on that specific day, and you do your prayer, then you will start to see the answers of the universe. Definitely, if you open your eyes and ears to see, and open your heart to see these little signs, okay? Especially, oftentimes these things are not coming to us through humans. Sometimes they can come through humans, but mostly it comes through very subtle ways. Things that we need to notice. Yeah. So I hope that I could help you with this, because when it's about destiny, yeah, the numbers, exactly. The numbers are one more thing. If you see a lot of synchronicity numbers like 2222, 1111, these kind of things, this is probably also a sign from the universe, and you can go look up the angel number on the internet. By the way, now that I think of it, I can actually turn the light on here. Ta-da! Much better, right? So, I hope this was helping you, Scorpio. Now let's go to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see. What does it say for Sagittarius? By the way, if you have any questions, of course, you can write them into the chat and I will answer them. So let's see what's there for Sagittarius, please. Do we get anything for Sagittarius? Yes, we've got impasse. So this is your card. I'm going to put it right here. And now we're going to read from the booklet what it says. There we go. The legend is, Reggie Rust is a guardian angel. One day, two friends, Clem and Craig, are dismayed to discover Reggie blocking their path through the mountains, with no way to get around him. Wondering why Reggie wanted to stop them, and not daring to try to pass, they take another route. Reggie then moves on, having protected Clem and Craig from a landslide ahead that would have claimed their lives. The inspiration is, this is a reroute, not an ending. The path is blocked and you are at an impasse, but the goal is still there. Do not wait for your present situation to change. Stay focused and find another path. The personal inquiry is, how adaptable am I? What does this card reveal about my feelings and my reaction to delays? And the key ideas are, change of direction, regroup and refocus, protection from harm, guardian angels, wisdom, opportunity, surrender. Okay, so at the moment it seems like you have to surrender to a situation that you... Oh, hi! Hi, Felix. I just saw your comment. If you have any questions, you can ask them. I will ask the cards. So, what is it about here? This is a redirection from the universe. So when you get rejected somewhere, let's say you've at how do you say that? You have an appointment for a job interview and they reject you. They say, no, I'm sorry, we are not giving you the job. This is God's way of protection and redirection. If you get rejected somewhere, it's not the end. So if something is in your way and making a pause or a block, then this is just to reroute you. This is not to end your path forever. This is just to guide you onto another path. And sometimes this can be very hurtful. Yeah, for example, in my case, I've been doing something for 12 years and I had a certain goal. And after 12 years, suddenly my money was gone and I had to do something very else. And I had the feeling as if these 12 years that I've invested were completely in vain. But in reality, life was just guiding me onto a better way, a way which was more suitable for my own development, for expanding my consciousness. It was necessary. And in hindsight, it looks good. But in the moment when you're inside, it looks very bad. It feels very uncomfortable. Yeah. But when you're looking back on it 5 years later, you're going to be glad that it happened. Yeah. So don't worry. This is not when somebody or something is stopping your momentum. Yeah. You have the feeling like, I want to go, but it's like a rubber band pulling you back. Yeah. If you have that feeling right now, rest assured that it's for your own protection. Because if you would go further, then something bad would happen. And you don't know about that. So this is why fate or God is trying to stop you from doing that. So I hope that is a help. We will go to the next zodiac sign. We're now coming to Capricorn. Perfect. Capricorn. What do we get for Capricorn, please? Information for Capricorn. Information for Capricorn, please. There we go. We've got completion. Yay! Well, the picture is a little bit dark, but I'm sure the message is going to be very, very nice. Let's see what it says about completion. There we go. The legend. He was raised in an orphanage and never wore new boots until he enlisted in the army in 1942. By the end of the war, he was a decorated veteran and had survived what many of his brothers had not. Later, he became an actor. He was well loved, but history will remember him as a war hero. When he was finally laid to rest, Goddess smiled upon him as she received him into the heavens. The inspiration is, this is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life, including the endings. Reflect upon your part in history and discover what you value most. Do not fear completion, but rather embrace it. Personal inquiry. Am I present in the moment? How do I respond to the idea of completion? Key ideas. Honoring your legacy. A natural ending to a grand adventure. A new beginning on the horizon. A new adventure. Honoring those who give to us. Keywords are achievement, determination, and fulfillment. So obviously you are standing at an ending, and also an ending means a new beginning. This is the same energy as the death card in tarot. So this is about learning how to end things with peace and forgiving everything that has happened or that has been said, which was not nice, and being happy about the nice moments that we enjoyed together, you know. Maybe even somebody has passed from your family. In this case, my heart goes out to you. I'm very sorry. If it's another kind of ending, then it might be an ending of a job you did or a profession you had for most of your life. Maybe it's a phase of your life ending, like for example, a marriage is ending, or your work life is ending because you go into retirement, or your single life is ending because you're getting married, or your life as a single woman is ending because now you're going to have a child and be a mother. So these are the moments in life when something big is changing for us. And we have to say thank you to every moment of our past and then go with this happiness and thankfulness into the future. So build your new legacy, build your future, get clear on what you want to reach in the future and how you can build it best. What steps do you have to take in order to reach what you want? And take the power that has the time of your past given to you. Oh, hey. Hi, Honey Singh. Hi. If you have a question, you can ask me. So, for example, if you have any questions about love or your job, then just put it there and I'm going to read it later. So, just to finish this, this card will talk to you about how to finish and start something new. So, please get clear, maybe write it down. What is important for your future? Where do you want to go? And how can you reach it best? What are the next steps? And then you will be on a good way. So, what do I see here? When will I get a job and how stable I will be in my career? Okay, Honey Singh, we're going to ask the cards. We're going to ask the cards. Let me just think about what is the perfect deck to take. I will take the Angel Answer deck. Okay. Question for Honey Singh, please. When will this person get a job and how stable is that career going to be? Okay, we've got a card already jumping out. 3 of Swords. So this is your card. And it says, you are surrounded by angels. These angels are here to heal you and to give you comfort. Sometimes when you're sad, then some time has to pass in order for you to feel better again. And then you will see clearly what is important in your situation and how it lets you have a spiritual moment of growth. Take your time to forgive yourself and others so that you can take the future with happiness. So obviously there has been something going on which was a little bit hurtful around your career. Maybe there was some kind of, I don't want to say getting fired, but there was some kind of dispute between maybe you and other people at work. So this was, it looks a little bit hurtful because this is the card that represents the 3 of Swords. But I'm going to take another card to see more about your future stability concerning the job. Let me see. Okay, Healer of Abundance. That's very good. That's something I like to see when I ask for the job. This is saying, don't doubt that you can do something good. You can move something in this world with your talent. Your creativity and your ability for innovation are an absolute guarantee for success. It might be time to expand your career onto a new field, but don't forget that you also have to take time for your family. This situation has to do with a person. Maybe this person is yourself, who is a very brilliant mind, and that person has a feeling for design and decoration. So he or she has an open mind and cares lovingly for others. Wow. Okay, so that looks very good. This means for you that after some time of being a little bit in a position where you have to wait for getting a new job, there will be a possibility for you to bring in your talent and to really serve others with your talent and your creativity. So I hope that that will answer your question. I will see who else is there. Felix, if I can really ask a question, then I would like to ask something professional. I have 2 creative offerings that might overlap. One would start this summer, the other job would be in the next year. Which job would be better? Okay, we're gonna ask the other angel deck because this angel deck has answers inside which are yes, no, maybe, and in the next month and in the next year. So I would like you to, while I shuffle, I would like you, Felix, to have this question in mind. A question for only one of the 2 jobs. Yeah, so in your mind, don't ask which job do I take. Think of one of these jobs and ask, should I take this one? And I will shuffle the cards, okay? And we'll see what's gonna come out. Keep that question in mind, okay, about that one job. And we're gonna see what the card says. For Felix, please. Can we get an answer? Yes, we get one. And the answer is a year from now. So, you have been asking for the job next year. Obviously, it's the job which is next year. The cards are often answering very, very simple. I hope that this helped you. I hope. So definitely it's the job next year. Hello, Lovety Green. Current feelings of R. Okay. Okay, Lovety Green. I'm gonna ask the cards for the current feelings of R. Can we ask for Lovety Green? Current feelings of R. Yes, we have take action. Oh my God. So maybe this person wants to take some action towards you. Maybe they want to invite you for dinner or want to come to you, talk to you about something. So probably this person is in the back of their minds thinking about taking action. Yeah. So I can see somebody on a white horse here. I think the symbolism is quite good on this card. So I hope that this helped you concerning the current feelings of this person. I'm gonna read for you from the booklet what it says about take action. Let me see, where is take action? Here it is. The time has come to take action. Your angels are waiting for you to take the next step so that they can assist you along the path to your dreams. Do away with your procrastination and uncertainty. In your heart, you know exactly what to do, so get going. Whatever you're focused upon, career, relationships, or some other topic, the fulfillment of your wishes isn't going to just fall into your lap. You must be actively focused on the pursuit of what you want. So, this card could either be for this other person, for this Mr. R or Mrs. R. But definitely it's talking about taking action. So somebody, one of you has to go into action, as it seems. Honey Singh, ma'am, so it will be work from home or office like here in India? COVID is rising and people are... Oh. So what is you want to know if you will work from home or from the office, right? I hope I understand this question right. Lovety Green, you're welcome. Okay. You know, Honey Singh, I'm going to ask generally for your question. I'm just going to ask the cards for your question and see what comes out. We'll just go with it. Will that be work from home or from the office? Home or office? Let's maybe just ask for home, because then the cards can answer yes or no. So will that be work from home? Will that be work from home? For Honey Singh, will that be work from home? Okay, they take a lot of time. Pop. Okay. Well, the card that fell was success. So I guess the angels or God or source will take care that whatever it is, home or office, it will be for your highest good and it will be for your protection, because otherwise the card success wouldn't have come out when I'm asking something about money and career. You know, so there is definitely guidance around you. Yeah, there is somebody taking care of you, maybe somebody from the other realm, some of your ancestors who have passed, but definitely there's somebody there who's actually looking out for your protection. I can take another card from another deck. Let's see about this question from Honey Singh about work from home or from office. Is there another card for Honey Singh in the chat here? Okay. We've got gratitude and abundance. So I would say that there is a lot of abundance waiting for you concerning your money and career, as long as you have gratitude for what you have right now. So you should really focus on the now rather than focusing on the future too much, because gratitude brings you into the moment. It brings you into the now. When you have your mind always on, oh my God, what am I going to do in the future? How am I going to survive this? How am I going to, you know, take care of it, everything? Then you're obviously not in the now moment. And gratitude will always bring you into the now moment. So if you take, that's my personal thing. Every time I go to bed at night, I try to think of 5 things that I am really grateful for this day. And this makes me fall asleep much easier and without worries if I find something that I can be thankful for. So with the gratitude, when you find 5 things, even if it's just something small, most of the time I say thank you for the roof over my head and thank you for my great food and my water. So this will bring you more into the moment, and it will make you think less about the fears of the future because of the situation which is around us. And plus you have the abundance and the success card here. So I don't see anything going wrong concerning the money and career life here. This is actually really positive news. So I hope this answered your question. And we're gonna go to the next sign, which is Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay. Let's see. Can we get a card for Aquarius, please? Information for Aquarius. What's important for Aquarius right now? Okay, we've got one. Acceptance. Okay, we're gonna put it there. And we're going to see what it says in the booklet about acceptance. There we go. The legend. Cherry loves her work as a waitress, but feels that something is missing from her life. She has a boyfriend, yet she senses that he is unfaithful. One day, a customer orders cherry pie. Cherry cuts a slice and sighs to a friend that her life is like that pie, with a slice missing. Her friend remarks that maybe Cherry is a heart-shaped pie. Cherry's perspective changes. She leaves her boyfriend and later meets a man who makes her happy. The inspiration is a magical box of self-acceptance appears before you. Your unique qualities reside within. Open it. Are things simple now? Cherry Heart invites you to see yourself as complete, just the way you are. The personal inquiry is, am I assessing myself accurately, or am I distorting my reality in a self-defeating way? Can I simply accept myself? The key ideas are new ways of seeing yourself, embracing imperfection, feeling incomplete, seeing yourself, selling yourself short. The keywords are manifesting, knowledge, and luck. So when I read selling yourself short, I have to say we need to find some self-love. We need to find that point inside ourselves when we look in the mirror and say, yes, I love you. You're doing everything right. You do your best to help others and to take care of yourself. So I love you. Just stand in front of the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself. Smile. Not like, I love you. You know what I mean. Smile at yourself. Tell yourself that you truly like yourself, okay? And if there is something that you would like to change about yourself, then go do it. You're not like a tree. You don't have roots in the earth. You can always move somewhere else if you don't like it where you're now. So if you feel that you are on the wrong shores, take your boat and go to other shores. You know what I mean? I mean this in the metaphorical sense. So for example, if you don't like it about yourself that maybe you're a little overweight, then take care of your eating habits first and foremost. What do you eat every day? What do you drink every day? Could you replace it with something a little bit healthier? Things like this. So, and if there is actually everything okay with you and there's nothing wrong with you, then why do you try to find mistakes about yourself? You know, it's like always trying to find the hair in the soup, even if it's not there. So I know this from myself. I also have things which I don't like about my body. For example, my psoriasis is really getting on my butt. But every time I look in the mirror, I tell myself, you know what? Actually, this is also giving me a lesson to learn. This is here for my highest good. I didn't just get a sickness just for God punishing me or something. No, I got this to learn something. Yeah, when our body doesn't function the way we want to, then we learn something from it. Yeah, so I know this is hard, and especially with chronic diseases, it's very uncomfortable. I speak from experience, but still we have to love ourselves. Yeah, that's the most important thing. And sure, there are days when we don't love ourselves. There are days when we just feel like, oh, I want to put the cover over my head and sleep. But this is normal. This just belongs to life, and this is no reason to give up entirely. The next day when we wake up, we can still stand in front of the mirror, smile to ourselves and say, I love you. You did it right. So please try to find a way to make yourself as happy as possible, because you deserve it. Yeah, you deserve to be happy. So let me see what's in the chat. Thank you, ma'am. I hope and believe that your words, angels, saints, come true. And you've got a little Switzerland heart at the end of it, but I'm not in Switzerland, I'm in Austria. But doesn't matter. Switzerland is also nice. It's a nice place. Good. Let's go to Pisces. Pisces. Okay. Let's see what's in store for Pisces. What's in store for Pisces, please? Up, 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 up. There goes the card. Oops, we have grief. Pisces, what are you grieving about? What is it? So, let me see. What does the booklet say here about the grief? Switzerland dream destination. I hear ya. I would also like to live in Switzerland. They have beautiful mountains there. Grief, there we go. The legend. Penelope meets Pickle, the puppy, when she is at college. They go through everything together. When the day comes, much later, for Mother Earth to call Pickle home, he dies in Penelope's arms. Her friends are hard on her, suggesting that she should get over with her pet's death. Penelope knows she loved Pickle deeply and is simply in grief. Loving Pickle was worth every moment of sadness. When she's ready, she will love again. Ooh, that's touching me deeply. Inspiration. Penelope and Pickle remind us that what we reveal, we can heal. Give yourself time. You will love again. If you honor your pain, it will change your life. The personal inquiry is lingering grief preventing me from progress? What can I see in my heart? The key ideas are feeling grief, healing process, missing someone or something, being unafraid of sadness, and love is on the horizon. The key words are love, commitment, and vulnerability. So this card is asking you to open up your heart, to be vulnerable, to really feel your emotions. I don't know what situation you're in. Some of you might really be grieving either a lost friend or a partner or animal. In that case, my heart goes out to you. I'm really sorry. This is really hard to bear. Grief is a feeling that's it feels like somebody punches a hole inside our heart and rips out a piece of our heart, and then we have to go without it. So it sometimes feels like that, yeah. But let's be honest, wasn't it worth every single moment of the time we spent with that person or pet? In the end, we have to be honest and say, yes, it was worth it. Even though we lost them, every minute was worth it. And that's what makes life worthwhile, that things actually come to an end, that our own lives come to an end. And that thing makes it so precious. They don't say for no reason that the gods in heaven were jealous of humans because they can die. You know, there is something very beautiful about the fact that we can die. Yeah. So I wouldn't like to have a life where someone offers me to, you know, be here on earth forever. I wouldn't take that. I would say no thank you. I'd rather stay the way I am. So I think it makes life really precious, and as long as we remember the good moments that we had together with that person or animal, then we can keep them in our heart. And you should really take this advice from the booklet. Take as much time as you need. For example, if, let's say the worst case, your child has died and you keep their room just the way it was at the time they died for, let's say, 20, 30 years, and other people might even say to you, why don't you change that? Why don't you give away their clothing and their stuff? No, that's up on you. And why shouldn't you keep the room the way they left it? Why not? There is no reason, and nobody gets hurt if you keep it that way. And if it feels good to you, then why not keep it? You know what I mean? So don't let other people tell you when your grieving time is over. That's up to you. That's up to your heart, and that's your journey, and that's your thing to feel. And they don't have to go through it. They don't have to carry your grief. That's just up to you. So you decide when it's finished. So please try to remember the good times. I know how hard this is, and that things just feel unfair when somebody like this is leaving our lives. But we have to deal with it anyway, and it will make us stronger in the end, I'm sure of that. So let's go to another round, because now we've got all the 12 signs. Let me see, how long have I been doing this? 1 hour. Okay, let's start from the top and make one short round with different card deck. Let's take the angel cards here. Or, no, let's take the sign cards. Okay, what card do we get for Aries, please? I am free. Woohoo, Aries! I don't know what you have to free yourself from, but that looks good to me. Freedom. This is the feeling of being in the driver's seat of your life. Beautiful. Let's see what we get for Taurus. Let's do a little mix again. What do we get for Taurus? Perspective. Shifting changes my perspective. So shifting changes my perspective. This is like the Hanged Man. So sometimes we need to see things from another perspective. Maybe you need to just make a handstand for a few minutes to change your perspective on things. I don't know. Let's see what comes out for Gemini, please. What comes out of the deck for Gemini? What do we get for Gemini? Grow louder in silence. Wow. So sometimes silence can be really the loudest answer, right? Gemini, what do you have to say? Maybe some inward time, some meditation would be good here. Let's see what's coming out for Cancer. What do we get for Cancer, please? All is good. I like that. Very nice. All is good. No need to worry. Fantastic. What do we get for Leos? Let me see. What do we get for Leos? Oh, interesting. Simply be closer, be here. So obviously we just have to keep going. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. Best advice for Virgo. What card do we get for Virgo, please? Still, so still. Virgo, are you going into meditation? Because it looks like it. Stillness, silence, it's something very healing. I love that. Libra. What's the best card for Libra, please? Go where life leads. Libra, You are being guided. Something or someone is telling you what's the best next step. Trust the universe, it knows best. Scorpio, what do we get for you? What's the best card for Scorpio? Let's do another shuffle. Scorpio. Infinite abundance now. With a bright red and orange color. Wow, Scorpio! That's a very lucky sign. Infinite abundance. Sagittarius. What do we get for Sagittarius? Stand in truth. Stand your ground. Make your point. Speak even though your voice shakes. Very good. What do we get for Capricorn? Capricorn, best advice. And all of this for me. So, what in your life is for you? What is serving you? And all of this for me. Wow. Very deep today. Aquarius. What do we get for Aquarius? Aquarius, I am here. Okay. No, I haven't watched that because I do not own a TV and I do not own Netflix and I do not own Amazon Prime. All I have is a computer and internet. So, Pisces, what do we get for Pisces? Love, love ever deeper. Pisces, I love this. Pisces is a dreamer. Beautiful. Okay, guys. This was today's session. I hope you found some answers inside it. For me, it was really very interesting, especially to read from this booklet here. All of the little stories concerning the cards was very nice. I enjoyed your questions. Thank you so much for being part of this. If you want, you can leave a comment below if you have any questions. You can see on my YouTube page I have different playlists. There is a playlist for monthly and yearly readings. I would be totally honored if you would subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe, then please also click the little bell button on the side of the subscribe button. And please try to keep your mood as light as possible. I know that this is hard, especially at the moment. So try to do your best, and if somebody is crossing your boundaries, then remove them from your circle. That's how it is. Thank you, Felix. I can see you. Thank you. Guys, I love you, and I say goodbye.